All right, guys, just loading up here from Raton, New Mexico. The final push of the next 2 days. I hope to get home. Riding with Nick over to his uncle's house today, about 310 miles. Make sure he's all situated. Then I'm headed toward the house further east. Here again, Brother Nick. He's loading the bike up and getting things all ready set to leave this morning. Gonna get us some breakfast, and then we'll get on the road. We started our day out, headed across the northeast corner of New Mexico on Highway 412. Off here to the left is the Capitan National Volcanic Monument. You can actually see the cone of the volcano a little bit right here in this video. Then we came into Des Moines, New Mexico, and Nick ordered to check his tire pressure. He had a little bit of low tire pressure, so we had to stop and actually put some air in his tire. Got his tire all pressured up, and it's time to head on over into Oklahoma. All right, guys, we're riding across the no man's land, the panhandle of Oklahoma on Highway 412. And really, though this corn has just come up, you can see for miles and miles and miles in every direction and not see anything else but land. Flat land. All right, guys, I left Nick at his uncle's house back in Woodward, Oklahoma. And now I'm just tooling across Oklahoma by myself. But I'm in search of the Pony Bridge. I've been there a couple of times before. Never came to it from this direction, so I believe I've got it located on the map. Go down here and show you guys the Pony Bridge on the way home. I'm going to do my best to make it home tomorrow, which means I may have to do an iron butt or just push a little bit further tonight. I don't know. I may stop just shy of Oklahoma City. It's 1,076 miles from Oklahoma City to my house. So that would give me an iron butt. Or I may just push on further past Oklahoma City tonight and get a good night's rest and make it the rest of the way home tomorrow. We shall see. It is only 98 degrees out here. It was 100 just a little while ago. I stopped to wet my shirt down and decided to come out here and ride this road out through the middle of all these windmills. They're everywhere. We saw some get constructed earlier today. That one there is missing one of its blades. I don't know what happened to that. Because I did see them put together, and they're on the ground with all three of the turbine blades together before they raised them up there. So, I don't know what happened to that one right there. But they're putting these windmills everywhere out here. And sure enough, there's plenty of wind, so that's good. All right, guys, let's get on down the road and see if we can find that Pony Bridge. All right, guys, we're getting on East Oklahoma 33. And I believe this used to be Route 66. And we're going to go down here and cross the Canadian River, if I'm right about where I'm headed, on the Pony Bridge. And if not, I'm just going to keep on getting it. Well, guys, I left Nick in Woodward, Oklahoma, and I'm on the side of the road just before Oklahoma City, I guess, with a flat tire. So, calling for service now. Let you know what happens. Just as soon as I got pulled off the side of the road, this young man here pulled up and offered me some cones to put out to keep me safe. Then I had several other folks stop and offer assistance. It was really refreshing to see that, and I thank God for sending them my way. All right, guys, so I've got no air pressure, faith in humanity. This is Brother Scott Barnes. Did I say that right? That's
Barnes, yeah.
So I have a friend named Scott Brooks, and I've messed that up before. So this is my buddy Scott Barnes. He actually stopped by and made sure I was all right. Helped me try to reset. He actually tried to do it, reset the bead in it, so we could put some air in the tire. We couldn't do that, so let me sit in the truck until we get a tow truck here. So God sent some help along the way, man. So yeah, we hope to get to someplace tonight. Thank you, Brother Scott.
You're welcome.
Yeah, man. All right, guys, my tow truck got here. I can't see a thing, but they let tow trucks have red and blue lights in Oklahoma. I've been on the side of the road for about 4 hours. Brother Scott here has been with me for about 2.5 hours waiting for the truck to get here, so I appreciate him. Let's get to where we're going to get to tonight. So once the tow truck got there, we got the bike all loaded up, and they got me over to the dealership in Oklahoma City. Thankfully, there was a hotel right across the street, so I was able to go and get me a good night's rest before heading to the dealership. Well, guys, it's about 8:30 in the morning. I'm here in Oklahoma City. Had a flat on the tire yesterday, rear tire. The tire pressure management system alerted me that there was an issue with my rear tire. It said low pressure, 35, and I immediately started getting to the side of the road. It went from 35 to 19 in about 3 seconds, to 9 to 1 as I got off the shoulder of the road. The rear end got kind of squirrely, and I got stopped. No pressure in the air tire. It broke the bead. I can't find anything in it, but that don't mean there's not something in it. The tire looks good. I have both American Motorcycle Association and HOG roadside assistance. And it was a chore to get help out in the middle of Oklahoma on a Sunday. I first called American Motorcycle Association. They said they'd work on it. Had 2 people working on getting it. Well, they had me on hold, and while I was on hold, I got a phone call. Well, I didn't answer it because I'm trying to wait for these guys to get back to me. And it was one of those people telling me that if they couldn't find a service provider, that I'd have to figure it out myself and pay for it, and then send a violation of submission for violation for reimbursement of what they had promised to do. And I've been a member of American Motorcycle Association for 16 years. So that frustrated me. I called HOG. They immediately got on it. It took them about 15, 20 minutes to get somebody on the way. At least they said they were on the way. And while I'm in that process, my phone rings, and it's the same number back from AMA. And the original lady that was helping me had continued to work, found somebody to come get me. So now I have 2 tow trucks coming, and I don't know what to do. So I just basically let it go until somebody contacted me, and I knew I at least had somebody coming to get me. So finally, the tow truck driver that was coming from the AMA got a hold of me. I had an ETA. I tried to call and cancel the other guy. His voicemail box was full. And about 2 hours later, he called me and said, "Oh, okay, I'm just now getting there. I'm an hour and 45 minutes away." I said, "Well, you can cancel that because I've already got somebody coming, and they should be here anytime." All that to say that God protected me yesterday. A lot of stuff happened to put me where I was at, so I wasn't on the interstate when this happened. I had 5 different vehicles, individuals, stop to help me out. And 2 of the gentlemen stayed with me until the tow truck got there, once they got there. And one gentleman, Scott Barnes, sat with me the entire time, let me get in his truck, offered me water, shared family stories with me. We had a really good time there. And yeah, God took care of me. So now let's get this bike fixed and get home. All right. So I guess since I'm stuck at the dealership for a while, we ought to check it out. So right as you come in, they got a nice little area to sit here with coffee and a vending machine. That's nice. Service department's back here. So we get the bike in, and then So I got a large selection. Hey, large selection of stuff. Left one of my gloves on the bike yesterday and it blew away, so I'm gonna have to look for a pair of gloves while I'm here. But let's check it out. That's all you, baby.
No, I know this has a purpose, and I'm trying to figure out what they made that. That's a washer that they split.
You could hang something
That's
on it
what
with
I'm wondering.
you know, with like our radios at work used to have we had a little swivel case, and you drop it down in there, lock and swivel on it. You could hang something on there, and it would swivel.
And I wonder if that's.
And have a little tip that sits in. Yeah, I thought that was an emblem, but you're right.
I did too, but it's a.
But that's what that is. It take one of those things that lock in there.
You're right.
They would just hang there until you have to turn a certain way to unlock it to pull it out once it goes through this little slot.
I wonder if they had something that worked on that when maybe it was like a camera, a rear facing.
Well, or they may have just had that to hang their bag on or something. You know, just have That's maybe interesting.
When they're camping, would have been a way to hang their tarp if they camped.
Well, that's true.
Beside their bike.
That's true. You know, the Hoka Hay started yesterday, so those guys were camping beside of their bikes. Now, it started in Florida, going to Alaska this year.
Yep.
Riding through a Category 1 hurricane. So, guys, they got a large dealership here with lots of bikes and other things. So, I'm going to see if I can find a pair of gloves. Get back to you guys later on. Bye. Well, my luck continues. So, evidently, the shop here, their tire machine, went on the blink this morning, so they're going to have to get the wheel off and send it to another shop to have them fix the tire and send it back or replace the tire, whatever's got to be done. They can't find an issue with the tire either. It broke the bead, and then as they were trying to get it in the shop, it basically rolled it off the rim. And they're trying to get that back on manually, but they're having a hard time. And the machine that would normally put it back on the rim is on the blink as of this morning. So I'm going back over to the hotel, take a nap for a little while, see if I can get a late checkout. All right, catch you later. All right, guys, I got MRA all fixed up, have a new tire. They couldn't figure out what caused it to leak down to begin with. They found several little pinholes in it, so it wouldn't hold air, so I had to get a new tire. The dealership's right across the street. Probably can't see for that trash can, but I got her all loaded up. And I'm getting ready to gear up and head toward the house. Appreciate you guys following along and all your prayers on my journey. I know a lot of people have been following me on my Instagram and my Facebook. So, yeah, let's get to the house. All right, guys, I'm in Oklahoma City, and they've got my tire repaired, and now I'm headed home. Headed east, just got off the phone with Nick. He's good. We'll come home in a couple of days. So, I'm ready to get away from this town. Man, these roads are rough. Anyhow, let's head home. I just wanted to check in real quick. There's downtown Oklahoma City directly in front of me. And we're going to curve around here on I-40 and head east. We got about 1,073 miles to the house from here. And it is a little bit afternoon. So we'll see how far I can get tonight so I can make it home tomorrow. All right, guys, have a great day. All right, what's up, Poppa-D posse? Man, I tell you what, we're wrapping up this epic adventure that Nick and I had. I've been on the road 18 days. Nick is still out in Oklahoma visiting his family. But right at 6,700 miles and 1,200 of that in the last 26 hours. I'm about 5 miles from the house. I hope you guys enjoyed this series of videos on our trip out there. We've had a great time seeing God's amazing, beautiful country. You need to get out and see it yourself. And I'm just wrapping up the trip, and my thoughts are just all scrambled in my brain right now. I'm gonna get home and put this video together, and hopefully that's what you've seen is a series of videos of this trip. Anyhow, it was great to see our Road Glide family and my friends. Got to meet several of my subscribers that I haven't really got to sit down with and talk to that are also members of the Road Glide group, which is kind of cool. And yeah, I'm ready to be home though. I miss my wife, I miss my girls, all of my granddaughters, all of my kids, and I'm just ready to be home. And only got a little ways to go. Nick lives about 4 miles out here to the left, and then I live straight ahead. So Guys, I want to encourage you to get out there, get out of your box, man, get out of your bubble, and go out there, live life, and make memories. And I'll catch you guys on the next ride. Poppa-D out.